quick one today. We're going to look a little bit at Scratch. So I want to show you guys how that works. I'm just going to make it visible. There we are. That's Scratch. And so this is my own version of Scratch, and there's some really interesting things that students have made on here, but I want to show you guys something new. So I'm going to say create. Try that twice. Okay. And we go to their default screen, which is unfortunately this cat. I mean, the cat that's on Scratch. I mean, I guess he has a purpose, but we're going to immediately delete him and make our own thing because that's what we want to do. So I'm going to delete this sprite. A sprite is an animatable object. So let's paint. So I have this sprite, and that takes me into this thing that's called costumes. And costumes, there's code here, costumes, and sounds. And those are all different things that we want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an object. And I'm just going to paint an object. Let's just choose a color. Green. So let's make a tree. Yeah, I'm just going to, there's a lot of ways I could make a tree, but we're going to make a scribble tree. There we go. It is a little laggy today. All right, and then let's give it a trunk. I'm just choosing a color. There we go. There's my tree. Now, what I want to do now is animate this tree. So I'm going to press Control and duplicate it. You see how I have a second costume, costume 1 and costume 2? And then that's what we really want to be able to change. So I'm just going to erase some of this tree. And then draw new tree again. So I think I'm going to have to choose new color green. There we go. So and I'm going to duplicate that and erase and just go one more time. I'm just making an animation, but I'm making the quickest one I can. Something simple. Oh, we lost our everything on that frame. Not sure why, but that's okay. Let's draw it again. Okay, so quick way to animate. I mean, maybe that looked more laborious than you thought, but what I'm just going to do is when the flag is clicked, I'm just going to forever make this tree. Forever. Wait 1 second. And then in looks, I'm going to switch costume, next costume. Let's make this 0.5 seconds so it's a little faster. All right. So now when I click the flag, there's my amazing tree animation. I'm going to make it even, wait a little less, 0.2. Oh boy, point is pretty fast. Yeah, there we go. So it's an animated tree. And, oh, I just noticed the tree is just sitting right over on top of my head. Let's put it over here. So I've made an animation, but of course, what I can do now is I can start creating things for this tree to move. And that's just kind of like my workflow in Scratch. That's how I start thinking about animation and action in Scratch. That's a quick tutorial, but I want to show you one thing. So today I was learning about the lytic cycle. So that's science. The lytic cycle is, yeah, I'm just going to my stuff here. The lytic cycle is what is making a virus able to move. And so I made a little simulation so that I can show that. And this is the sort of thing that you could definitely do with students. And it's by no means complete, but I do think it's interesting how it's worked out. We have 2 cells. One is clean, a healthy cell, and then another, the purple one is the virus cell. So I'm just going to show you how this one behaves. I'm going to go full screen, press the flag, and then now I'm going to, so the virus is just hanging out doing his own thing. But now I'm going to start producing new cells, and you can see that the virus very quickly takes over any new cells that get added, and they become virus cells. So that is, and then I'm just reset it. That is what the lytic cycle is doing. So we have a regular cell, and then we have a cell that's a virus. It comes along, and every cell that it touches starts producing new virus cells. So that's why a viral growth is so problematic, is that you don't just get 1 and then 2 and then 3. That's arithmetic, but you get 1 and then 2 and then 4 and then 16, and that's significantly worse. So there's a lot, now that I've created this simulation, there's a lot I can do with it to do kind of next steps. How do these green ones defend themselves against the purple ones? And my original cell still hangs out there, and I do have a rule that when a cell touches it, it gets stuck to it. There you go. So that's just the start of a lesson, and kids could take that and really run with it. And that's just how Scratch is. I was very surprised what was working and what wasn't working while I was writing the code for this, which you can see here. It's a lot about cloning. So when I create a clone, how does the clone behave, and how do the clones of each other interact? So that's Scratch. Definitely people who are interested should talk to me, and I'll talk you through how to make, something really cool in Scratch. All right, that's it probably for today. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to try to broadcast daily, so tune in, and I hope you enjoyed it.